Yo, Coach Marshall kicking knowledge, higher ed collage, mind open wide, thoughts bridge the mileage, whistle round the neck, wisdom in the flex, podcast vibes, breaking through the plex. From court to the board, lessons never hoard, grit and grind hustle, hear that lion's roar. More than a coach, stories to encroach, life's game plan, he the master with the approach. More than a coach, Coach Marshall be the guide, lessons for life, take it all in stride. Podcast dropping gems, knowledge nationwide, together we rise, unity can't divide. Life's more than X's and O's, destinies composed, breaking every chain, no limits to the flows. Strategy and passion, top tier fashion, Marshall on the mic, lights, camera, action.
What's up? What's happening, y'all? This your boy Coach Marshall from the More Than the Coach podcast. And once again, appreciate y'all coming on tonight, kicking it with your boy and my special guest tonight. So before I do anything, y'all already know, gotta hit this disclaimer. And then tonight's podcast is sponsored by no other than Demon Proof Apparel.
This episode is brought to you by Demon Proof, a brand built on resilience, grit, and simply finding a way. Whether you're an athlete, a regular person, or someone grinding in life's challenges, it's a mindset born from an idea. No matter what life throws at you, you can rise above and find a way to succeed. So check out the athletic gear and streetwear designed for those who hustle on and off the field. Plus, their mission is to empower communities through youth sports and camps, events, and partnerships that makes Demon Proof more than just a brand. It's a movement to inspire the next generation. Join the movement and visit dpe1.com. Use promo code M.T.A.C. for a 10% off your next order. And follow them on Instagram at demonproof_empire.
Remember, y'all, if you use the letters M.T.A.C., you get 10% off your order. So make sure y'all support young brother from Saginaw trying to do things. He actually is doing things. Ain't no trying. So shout out to Demon Proof Apparel, dpe1.com. Y'all check that out. Also, y'all know what I do, man, on the More Than the Coach podcast. I got to give you a positive quote before I get the show going. It's just something I want to do. They say every day you have a choice. Make the choices that motivate you to be better. Make the choices that will help you feel to be the best you, even when it's hard. Your choice will build your life. That's my motivation for tonight. So y'all, I got to give a big shout out to my little bro, Danye F. Jones. It's Something Every Yay podcast. He come on every Thursday. Actually, you can check out his new one tonight on YouTube. He did a Black History podcast with some ladies from HBCU schools. Y'all check that out. Even got a local girl, or local lady, from Bridgeport High School on there. That's awesome, man. Love the podcast, bro. Keep doing what you do for sure. And also, y'all can check out More Than the Coach podcast, as well as the Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast on these new platforms. Besides the regular platforms, we trying to do big things, y'all. So make sure y'all check us out and stay tuned. And love these shows. And also tune in Apple, Spotify, to my boy DJ Coach Kel, Southern Soul Music. I think this week I hit some R&B on them, went to some old 80s and 90s R&B. So y'all make sure y'all check that out, y'all. And while I'm sitting here and waiting, other than that, I ain't gonna do the other thing. But other than that, y'all, I'm a little bit under the weather, so bear with the voice, or you see me sneezing, whatever. You know, this Michigan weather tough, but we gonna get through it because we built like that, for sure. Also, I want to give a special prayer once again. I lost a former player last week, Mr. Taylor Burton. He lost his life here in our city. So I want to give prayers to him and his family. And, I don't know what y'all feeling. I know it's a lot of pain and a lot of hurt. So I just want to say that I'm praying for you all and I wish nothing but the best for y'all. And, man, another young life lost senseless. So rest easy, Tay. And once again, to my cousins, Katrina Osborne and Terrence Spiller, and all the Spiller family on the loss of their dad, my Uncle Joe. So make sure y'all keep them in your prayers too. But I don't want to do nothing sad I just had to say that and get that off my chest, y'all. But tonight, I got a special guest, y'all. I interviewed her couple seasons ago with a group of young ladies that do podcasting or some kind of social media talking. And tonight, y'all, it's gonna be real good. She should be coming on shortly. But until then, y'all, I guess it's on me. So also, damn, how could I forget this, y'all? Happy Black History Month. And when I mean Happy Black History Month, I'm talking about Happy Black History Month today, tomorrow, and forever. Like I said, and I'm going to keep on saying it, parents, teach your kids. Teach them about our history because the world want to erase our history, but they can't erase something that's so powerful. So happy Black History Month, day, year, and for the rest of your life. That's just how I feel. I ain't got nothing against other people, but I am a Black man, and so I'm going to stand on that. So happy Black History Month. And congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles for winning the Super Bowl, actually kicking the Chiefs' butt in the Super Bowl. It was beautiful. Kind of boring, but it was beautiful. Seeing Kansas City go down like that. I know there's a lot of upset Kansas City fans around here in our city, like Billy Maxey. Too bad. I enjoyed that, though. Philly young, strong, good defense, good quarterback, great offense. So hats off to him. Kevin Hart and Gilly was acting a fool, which I knew they would. Hey, I salute y'all. But my Cowboys will be back. Yeah, I don't think so. But, man, I can't wait till this guest get on here, y'all, because this going to be special, y'all. It's going to be special. Also, make sure y'all tune in Sunday nights for the Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast. Me and my wife, we talk about life, love, and relationships. She got a Miss G goodie bag letter, y'all. We've been getting some fire in there. People, some of the situations I'll be worried about, like, man, this can't be real, but it be real. We're going to follow up this week with some. It's a Valentine's special, even though Valentine's tomorrow. I ain't even upload no Valentine's stuff. So happy Valentine to everybody out there. I hope all you brothers take care of your girls, your husband, take care of your wives and girls do the same. Take care of your boyfriend and your husband. It's Valentine's Day. Y'all make it special for each other, as always. But with that being said, I'm gonna give y'all a taste because she should be coming in here in a minute. Oh, I ain't forgot, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all check this out. Coming soon, y'all. Coming soon. This title say they don't know, but I think I'm changing the name just to the memoirs of Kevin Marshall. And it's a book about my life, the ups, the downs, the happy, the good, the bad. Y'all gonna enjoy it. Excuse me. I told you I ain't feeling my best, but y'all will enjoy the book. I can't wait till I get it all finished up and ready to go for everybody to check out, y'all. So once again, I'm going to hit y'all with my sponsor. And then by then, hopefully my guests will be on so we can get this show on the road. So y'all be right back.
My name is Marky D, and I'd like to welcome y'all to the Leverage Factory, located here in Saginaw, Michigan, 1738 Lindale Road, right across from Walmart. And here is home and exclusive from all the Jordans, Dunks, local brands like Wealthy, Villains, Chosen One, and of course, Lavish. Let me give y'all a quick walk around my store real quick to show y'all what I got. When you come to the factory, like I say, I carry all the exclusive Jordans. Like you see, I got the olive green 5s, got the UNC 5s in here, got the Olympic 6s. You know what I'm saying? My boy Villain, shout out BJ, got his exclusive shoe here at the factory. And one thing I can say is everything here is totally exclusive. So also when you come here, you gotta check out my brand. This is one of my newly hoodies I just dropped, kind of sold out. I'm thinking about running it back. But it's the Lavish Ice Cream hoodie. See the ice cream logo on the front, got the Lavish balloons on the back. And then we also got our classic Lavish hoodies. You know, 60 bucks, come in, you know, support your boy. We also got the kids section. Kids section, I got, you know, exclusive Lavish logo tees, got the kids shoes, got the pink Jordans, got another pair, you know, Villains in the kids size, got 4s, got these right here, you know, all exclusive, some you can't get at the local mall. And also support local brands, like I told you. We got the Villain section over here with Wealthy, got some kids Villains, got the dog Villains, got the newly dropped Wealthy that just came out. You know, this is a real collector due to what they just had going on. And I also got my new drop on display here. This coming out October, my Lavish Heels collection. Got the jogging suits with beanie hats, and I got some t-shirts coming as well. They'll be here in October. So, you know, just come out, support. Like I said, I'm located 1738 Lindale. Shout out Coach Marsh for coming to see me. Y'all have a good day.
Yeah, love it, love it. Gotta support the young brothers, man, and this black business around here. There's some other guys around here I'm still waiting to link up with so I can, you know, promote their shows, their stores, whatever they got going on for themselves. So I think I still got like a minute before my guests get here, y'all. But man, oh man, I should be celebrating this. I'm 3 episodes away from my 100th episode of the More Than a Coach podcast. You know, that's a big accomplishment. Um, I'm in season 6. I don't do that many long seasons, but I'm in season 6, and I'm close to, this will be my 97th episode that I had. So I'll be having a 100 episode coming up soon. Oh yeah, y'all see on my wrist, my grandbaby Kaya. She do I forgot what it's called, but something with, she create wristbands and stuff. So Papa had to, you know, support her and everything. Plus, she did it in my favorite color, blue. It's a light blue, but it's still my favorite color. So always supporting the kids. You know, y'all got to check out them Papa babies too. They got their own little thing on YouTube. They be acting a fool, acting up, but they have a good time with their Papa. We just did a tortilla slap challenge, and it kind of got rough. You know, for them to be girls, don't let them fool you. They got some heavy hands slapping people with taco bread. But it is what it is, y'all. But it should be about that time. So I'm gonna get into my intro. I always check, make sure they don't hit me up and say they can't get in, because sometimes you know how that internet. Let me see. Yep, right on cue too, y'all. So y'all, I see her in the green room. So first thing first, y'all, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna play this clip just so y'all can get a little bit about the guests I got on tonight. Y'all check this out.
And I'm back. So don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. And one of the lines in the song states, "The very thing that made me love you is the thing pushing me away now." And I often, in my conversation with men who have issues with strong women, or women being too strong, or exhibiting masculine energy, or too vocal, to speak up too much, who don't listen, is they're a strong woman. They're attracted to the strength of the woman. Like, oh, she got her own, she independent, she got a good head on her shoulders. That's how it starts off. That's how the thing they love about her. That's the thing they like about her. Oh, she got her own business, she educated. And I think men omit the fact that for a woman to become that, she had to be strong. So if
So as y'all seen that clip tonight, y'all, I'll be sitting down with Miss Elissa McDole. I got the pleasure of talking to this young sister. Um, like I said before, I interviewed her with a group of ladies on my couple seasons ago on the podcast, and I've been watching. She's the host of the popular podcast, Dick and Conversations. You know, y'all heard me right. It's called Dick and Conversations. We're going to talk about that with her. She's also the mother of two beautiful kids. That's her children that you see on the screen. She's a hard worker. She's known for her podcast, Great Conversations on Life, Marriage, Relationships, and so much more. So everybody, please help me welcome Miss Elissa McDole to the More Than the Coach podcast.
Hi.
What's up, my
Thank
sister?
you.
How you
Hi.
doing?
I'm
Hey,
good. How are you?
hey, I can't complain. Little under the weather, but I'm getting through it. You
I'm
know,
sorry.
yes. Ever since I took a flu shot, I ain't never been the same. I know. Yeah,
I'm good.
I know. You know, doggone jobs. So
I know.
it's cool though. So how you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm sitting at home chilling. I've been relaxing because I was working on a big project for work, so I've been taking a little time for myself, getting ready for an All-Star weekend, watching a little tip off, on
Okay.
TNT.
Um,
TNT.
yeah, I feel you. I'm not even into it like I used to be.
It has
You know,
gone down.
it's going down bad, and hopefully they do something soon, or they're gonna lose this fan.
But
You
that's
know,
the league.
I know it is. I don't watch it as it is now. I watch it here and there, but not a lot. Yeah,
Right. Everybody
yeah,
trying to shoot half court, no
yeah,
mid range jumper. Everybody's trying to be Steph. Everybody,
yeah.
it's gone down.
It's going down big time. That's cool. So, when I promoted you coming on the show, I got instant inboxes. What? What does her podcast talk about? Even
Right.
tonight, I was at practice and I told the boys, hey, I got to get out of here. I got to get home. I got a podcast to do. And they was like, who you doing a podcast with? And I said, well, I'm going to tell y'all the name of her podcast. And when I said it, you should have seen their faces.
Hey,
And then
what?
one of them going to say, Coach, whatever you do, don't say Dick and
Yeah,
Conversations.
yeah,
Say DNC. I
yeah.
said, look, first time I interviewed her, I said it was uncomfortable. I'm used to it now.
Yeah.
That's her show. That's what it's called. So
I
I
know.
got
I thought about changing the name a couple times, but
no, you gotta
every
stay true
time
to you.
yeah,
You gotta stay
it's been
true to you. That's right.
yeah.
So that's what I was going. First question I'm gonna ask: how did you come up with the name of your podcast?
I came up with the name because life. Because I was a divorcee, and I always tell the story. I've often told the story of how I did everything by the book. I met my ex-husband. We were young. We dated for 2 years, make sure we would like each other. We got
Yeah.
engaged for 2 years, make sure everything was good. Then we got married. We were together for 11 years, and we got a divorce.
Mm,
And I had to start all over with life, like bed, truck, car, you know,
man.
everything. I had to start all over. So, over time, working,
Okay.
accumulating everything I had lost or left behind in the divorce, I decided I want to get back out there, and
Yeah.
date. I'm still kind
Yeah.
of young. I was hit about 37, 40, 37 years old, maybe 40. I want to date. And I started dating.
Mm,
And then, when it didn't work out, like, okay, this person isn't for me, or I'm not for that person. When they left, I thought about it like I didn't take a L. Like with my divorce, I didn't have a place to stay. I didn't have a truck. I didn't have any health insurance. I didn't have anything. But when those
mm,
other dating situations didn't work out, I thought about it like all they really brought to my life was dick and conversation. I didn't lose nothing. My
Wow.
light stayed on. My kids stayed fed. I stayed healthy. Everything. I kept
Yeah.
my trust. That's all they really brought. So I try to tell cautionary tales of the things I've been through and what I've done so that other women can understand, like, have yourself together. And yes, if you meet someone and they're an asset to your life, great. But don't make them so much of a focus of your life that once they leave,
Yeah.
you lose. You
That's
lost
true.
dick in conversation. That's where it
Yeah.
comes from.
Man, that's powerful though. That's powerful. So how has podcasting been going for you?
It's good. I need to be more consistent. Like I look at your
Mm,
brand and I look at, some of the other brands, how they're blowing up and expanding. Like you have an entire brand where you have several podcasts, several shows, you and your wife,
mm.
you by yourself. And I'm like, that's what I need to get to. My consistency is not there. I
Yeah.
need to be more consistent. It's work. It's work
Yeah.
and time.
It's work.
And
It's work.
this is
And
my
look,
passion project.
yeah. And you know what? It's gonna come because I was like that at first, and then, but it was a way for me to deal with my own inner. I guess I'm gonna be honest, my own inner demons I was dealing with, and it was
Mhm.
through communicating and talking for a
It's
person
different.
who didn't talk a lot. But
Yeah.
now I love it, and then I got the missus aboard, and I don't know. I'm trying to keep her because she's blowing up as the host of that one. So I'm just a
I
little
know.
man.
I saw. I watched the episode where you interviewed her. I think it was the last one.
Oh yeah.
I really would love for you to do a part two because of
Okay.
what your wife has gone through. But I would love for her to expound as a woman and just to let us Black women know
Mm,
what things we should look for when she first discovered she may have had breast cancer, or when she had lupus, or when she was having her stroke. Like, what things should we as Black women look for? Like, what should we know? Like, this is abnormal, or
yeah,
I know this symptom because your wife Joya described it. And when we have that, like, let me make sure that this is what this is.
that's true.
Because
Okay. And I know she watching, so you heard that, babe. Part two
yeah,
coming up,
yeah,
and we're gonna
part
get
two.
that done.
Part two.
For real. That's cool though. That's all right. So, like, I know you do your own thing. You got your working and stuff like that. You say you want to be more productive.
Mhm.
Where do you see yourself taking the DNC podcast to?
I would love to be the podcast. Like, okay, here's my favorite podcast lately, The Pivot. I want to
Man,
be the pivot. I want to create
yes,
the safe space for people to speak and to help, and where they can talk and
yes,
just kind of expound on their experiences where you can relate. I want it at
yes,
that level. I want it big as The Pivot.
yes.
That's, oh my God, I love
And
it.
and that was a question I was gonna ask you. Do you have any favorite podcasts you watch? And I watch The Pivot faithfully. My favorite
Faithfully.
my favorite episode, and I like a lot of them, but my
Mhm.
favorite episode was the one they had with Michael Beasley.
Beasley.
Oh my goodness. I
Yeah, that
still
beat
got
was
that
hard.
clip,
Yeah,
and that was like the most powerfulest thing to hear this young brother pour his heart out, screaming for help without
yeah,
wanting help. That was
right,
deep. You know,
right.
him and Des Bryant, those was two of my favorite ones,
Hmm.
so and I just
When he
watched
read, yeah,
that
yeah,
letter his dad wrote.
yeah.
Woo.
Oh my
And
God.
look, I got the
Yeah.
chills just thinking about it. See?
Uh-huh. It'll
That's
make you
cool.
tear up. I
Yep.
mean, thank you.
Yep.
She said part two for sure.
Yep. I
Yeah, because
told you
even
she was
last
on.
week, James Harrison, whoo,
Oh
I was like, this
man, I
brother
just
harder than
watched that one.
$100 jawbreaker. Woo.
Man. Yeah, Chad Ochocinco crazy going up against that man. That man looks crazy.
He
I don't
he
want
loved pain.
Yeah, he love pain. He love
He
pain. I don't want to deal with nothing like that though, for real. That's
mm-mm,
cool though. Yeah.
mm-mm.
Is it any other podcasts you like watching besides them?
I do listen to Trevor Noah. I listen to Trevor Noah's podcast. My other favorite podcast is Minority Report. Is my god
Mm,
brother, and it's three black men who are gay and they're in relationships with their husbands or partners, and
mm.
it introduced me to a community that I didn't know about. Like
Okay.
how people who are gay or
Yeah.
queer,
Yep.
entire culture and community that most of us are just ignorant about. We're living in this
Yeah.
world that, and we think, and I get it, we tend to think that the world revolves around us and the way that we live. But when you
Mhm.
start to hear other people's perspective and the things that they live with, especially black men being gay in this world, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it's interesting. So that's one of my favorites. Um, I love to listen. Like I said, Trevor Noah. Trevor Noah makes me think. He gives me my political dopamine and
Okay.
my, geopolitical dopamine hit that I need to have. I like I said, I watch
Mm.
yours. I watch yours. Get a chance to watch yours. Um, I'm
Appreciate
trying
it.
to think of one. I listen to I listen to Breakfast Club when I happen to be on it. Like, okay.
Yeah.
Lately I've gotten into Melanie Robbins. Mel
Mhm.
Robbins is pretty good. I enjoy hers. So I'm starting to listen to more and more podcasts, and instead of just listening to Spotify as I'm
Yeah.
listening, riding and driving, because I commute to work 3 days a
Okay.
week. So I tend
Okay.
to grab a podcast.
Oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with that too, because that's how I learned. And it's these three brothers, Nice and Neat. I listened to them, and that's actually when I first started. They former football players as well, and
Okay.
and they started their podcast, and they talk about a lot of relationship stuff, and
Yeah.
and I try to take a little bit of that. I've been on DeVale and Elise. What's
Okay.
his wife name? They call it Dead Ass Podcast. I've been watching that one and listening to that one a lot too. So,
I
you
gotta
know,
get
it,
into
yeah,
that. I gotta get
it's a bunch of them. I'm trying to get like y'all, and I watch y'all too. And um, whatever happened to you and the sisters doing y'all podcast? What happened?
everybody's schedule just got so turned off. We did it, and then it was our intent was to do it regularly,
Yeah,
but everybody's schedule started pulling on. Toya had something that was Latanya, not Toya.
yeah,
Latanya's had another. She was doing a radio show, and the
yeah.
radio show was scheduled at the same time as ours. And Rails
Oh,
tend to be traveling. Kat had hers. I had mine. Shay was kind of still working on stuff, and then Shay was having some other things that she was dealing with. So everybody was kind of like in
yeah.
a conflicting schedule, so we didn't get a
I
chance to like get it together.
I understand. I hope and pray that they come together because,
Yeah,
you know, the world didn't want us to have our podcast. Because remember all the technical difficulties we
yeah.
had. But I still got all the clips. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start running them clips because I got them, but it just wouldn't air for some reason. I was like,
That was
wow. I said the devil really don't want this to happen. To see these women on here being powerful and me
I
talking
think
with them. So yeah, but we gonna definitely do that though.
yeah,
So
that was good.
during your podcast is what has been the most controversial conversations you ever had? Because you done had some deep ones.
You know what? Here's the thing: my podcast is geared for women, by
Mm-hmm.
women, for a woman, but men tend. I get more feedback from men.
Yeah.
So I think the situationship thing and the emotional safety and
Mm.
respect. Now that's where really the men really came through when I was asking like, which would you prefer to be loved or to be respected by your
Yeah.
woman or by your spouse? And those men were inboxing, messaging, calling, sending messages.
Mm.
That and when my ex-husband was on there as a guest, and he was
Wow.
saying men don't never really want to get married. They never mention it. It's always the woman who mentions it, and then men kind of go
Mm.
along with it. Or I guess he's kind of making it seem like they surrender. Now I gave him some credit because in all honesty, like I said, I've been transparent. I proposed to my ex-husband.
Yeah. I
I
remember
asked
you
him.
said that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Ain't nothing wrong
I
with it.
get yeah, something wrong with it.
You're a trendsetter. That's how I look at it. I mean,
No,
he should have asked though,
no,
But
not really though.
if he
No,
really was about that, he should have. I
no,
don't
that's he would.
I don't think I would let my wife propose though. I feel that's my job. You know.
He did. Here's the crazy part, and I never really went back into it. Well, I did a little bit.
Okay.
We broke off our engagement, and
Okay.
well, I broke off our engagement at one point, and gave the ring back and everything. And
Wow.
he proposed again later when we ended up married. But
That's
he
cool.
had that choice, so he had an out where he
Yeah.
was free. He had his freedom papers. He was freedom in the north, but
Yeah.
he chose to come back and he proposed. So we ended up married. But
That's cool.
in all honesty, he wasn't ready. He was young. He was too
Yeah.
young already.
It's a big commitment, and
Mhm.
that's kind of what me and my wife talk about a lot. It's a commitment because I had to grow. And I'm a
Yeah.
man, and I tell you, I had to grow. But now, 32 years later,
Ooh.
together, and it'll be 29 years married this May.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I always had a goal. I wanted to outlast my father married, which I've been
Mm.
done that, but and I enjoy it. So that's cool.
It's a process.
It is. It
I'm
is.
still I keep saying I'm still a proponent for marriage, even though I'm a divorcee.
Yeah.
It's nothing like that partnership. Now, do I have to get married again? No. But I would love to have a really solid partnership,
Yeah.
because I know a lot of people who are married and they're not happily married, but they're
Yeah.
married
They're married. I don't do it for the wrong reason, you
and
know,
stay for the wrong
and
reason.
stay for the wrong reason. That's right. If it ain't
Mm,
genuine, you have to respect her enough, and she should respect you enough to let it go.
right. Because if I love you like I say I do, I want you to be happy,
That's
even if
right.
it's not with me.
That's right. So I'm glad. So since we jumped on that, I know you probably hear me and my wife always talk about women intuition,
Uh-huh.
and I always come back with this comment: if women had intuition about knowing when a man doing wrong, why they don't know when a man happy? Not happy.
It could be what I mean, we do see that. We do see that he's not happy.
Hmm.
Here's what we as women do. We will make an excuse as to what we see.
Mm.
We will make an excuse as to the things that we see when he's not happy. We'll make excuse like he going through a lot, he got a lot on his mind, his peer pressure, he having a bad day at work. But we know that he's not happy.
Okay.
Here's the thing I say about women. We see patterns. We
Mm.
detect patterns in men. I'm gonna say this, men are creatures of habit. Everything is
Okay.
always pretty much the same. They don't deviate too much from because they're comfortable in the pattern. When we
Mm.
see a pattern break, we notice it. We may not
Okay.
say anything initially. So if I'm talking to you and you and I talk 30 minutes every day from 3 to 3:30 every day for months on end, and then all of a sudden we don't talk at 3 o'clock on a day,
Hmm.
that's a little odd, or
Yeah,
we, 2 days in a row, we're not talking.
man.
It's a
Okay.
pattern.
Y'all women think alike, cause my wife say that same thing, and she was
Yeah,
arguing with me and the other guys on the show that night, like, "It's y'all patterns," and then you said the same words, so it
pattern.
must be true to that. I
It's a pattern.
appreciate that.
We
Okay.
pattern.
I bet
We
she
see
gonna be on me about that one, say, "I told you." That's cool. So
we
what
see when you're happy.
Oh, yeah. So what advice would you give a young female or any female that's trying to break into the podcast game?
Be yourself, be
Mm.
authentic.
Yes.
It may take a minute for you to find your audience. Here's what's so interesting. Channing Crowder, might pivot.
Yeah.
He had made a reel or a short or whatever it was when he was talking about how the podcast take a lot and he does this, that, and the other, and doing the podcast twice a week, but you have to stay consistent. It might be slow. So I inboxed him. I was like, okay, what advice would you give me? I've been
Mm.
doing the podcast, but I still have, my corporate America job. What advice would you give me? And he responded. I was shocked, like, whoa.
Wow. That's
Right. So
big.
he was like, just keep making the content that your audience vibe with and just keep putting it out. And as long as your audience love it, you okay.
Yep.
So anybody trying to do a podcast, make it about you. I've had people who've tried to tell me, well, you should talk about this and you should tell about this. I can't tell somebody else's story because I
Yeah,
don't know what you were thinking in that moment. I don't know what you were feeling in that moment. I don't know
that's
why you
true.
did what you did. I could tell why I rolled by somebody's house at 3:30 in the morning. I could tell what it felt like when I saw that car parked in the driveway. I
Yeah.
can tell you what it's like for my husband's mistress to call me. I can tell you what I was thinking when I dated a married man. I can tell
Ooh,
my story. And if you relate to it, yes. But I can't
ooh,
tell somebody else's story because I
that's
haven't
true.
lived it. I don't
That's
know.
true. Man, that's powerful. I like that. And you're right about that because I listened to 50 Cent and he made a comment about people that's podcasting because
Mhm,
somebody was like, "It's too many of them." He said, "So?" He was like, "Whatever y'all doing, keep doing it." He
mhm,
said, "Don't run from people. If you get one, you get two, you get three viewers.
mhm,
But that one
mhm,
day that you gonna blow up and they gonna go back to all that old stuff and they gonna
mhm,
start watching it all over again." He said, "So
mhm,
never give up. And that's why I know when we first started together, she used to always look at that number in the corner and be like,
Mhm.
nobody watch. I said, we all right? Because people listening. And then after a month, when I showed her the different countries and all that, and she
Yes.
was like, wow. Because just like I know, and other
Mhm.
people that's from
Mhm.
our city don't support
No,
like that. You
no.
know, they might act like it, but they don't. Let's keep
It's
it
a
real.
blind spot though. It's always a blind spot. It's
Yeah.
it's m- my best friends. I think some do. It's the patterns, right?
See, it
My
told
best
you.
friends and some of my family members, they don't listen to my podcast
Nope.
because they know me. I'm a blind
Yeah.
for them to hear about my stories. I have four brothers. My brothers don't want to hear about me. I was messing with a married man. They don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
But some woman who's in California who's messing with a married man and she run across that and she hears that story and she hears like, oh my God, I did kind of get groomed into this relationship.
Yeah.
Or oh, this is how I can get out of it. Or oh, this what happens afterwards. This is the thing that attracts. Now somebody else listen to me. They'd be like, oh, who's the married man you was with? Oh, who was that? Because in Saginaw, everybody's 6 degrees of separation.
That's right.
So I always try to be strategic with what I tell because that's my story. That's not
Yeah,
their
that's
story.
your story. That's
I
right.
volunteer to tell what happened with me. I'm volunteering to tell what happened with them, but I try to give enough anonymity so nobody in Saginaw knows who I'm talking about. And
That's
I've been
right.
able to, thankfully.
Yeah. And ain't nothing wrong with that because even with us on our Mr. and Mrs. Marshall, we say we be transparent about what we went through and how we
Mm-hmm.
survived. And like I just said, 32 years together. If you don't think we ain't been through some hell and back, then you're
Yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
But long as we got God centered in the middle,
Come
hey,
on now.
we gonna make it. And that's what I
Yeah,
try to preach to young folks.
yeah.
I tell them, I say, I ain't trying to be funny, but keep your family out your business.
All the time.
Because if I'm mad at her, she mad at me, and we run to each other's family, our
Mm-hmm.
family's gonna look at them a different way. And now me and her
Right,
back on a happy pattern and a happy street, but they still
right,
gonna think about the negative. So I tell a
right.
lot of people that. So and that's why I listen
Those
to
two.
your show. I listen to Latanya because
Yeah,
I want to hear the lady side of it too. Because
yeah.
hey, I'm married to a woman. I got two daughters and five granddaughters. So I'm around women all day.
Mhm. And I was
Yeah,
around men, and I think that's why
see?
men, my podcast resonates a lot of the time with men
Yes.
because now they understand what their girl might be thinking or why
Yeah.
she did what she did or when she said something like, oh, that's what that meant because I'm giving the intrusive thoughts that they see the behavior in their home, but
Mhm.
now they're hearing the thought that goes along with it and
Yeah.
going like, oh, that's why she did that. Oh, that's
Yep.
why she said that
Yep.
because I'm the voice of their girl.
And ain't nothing wrong with that neither, because we need to hear that sometime.
Because
That's
you don't
cool.
know. You
No,
don't
we
know. You
don't.
don't know what you
We
don't
don't. We
know.
think we do.
No.
Yeah, we think we might do, but we don't. And that's why I tell brothers all the time, man, you better listen to some of these women podcasts. I'm telling you, they be talking some real stuff.
It's
So
transparent.
hey, I'm proud of what you're doing though, for real. So do you
Thank
have any plans on the future doing a live podcast? Like at a venue and stuff like that?
I haven't. I've done one live. Here's what's funny. I've done one live podcast with Astonishing Figures. Hey, shout
Mm.
out to Astonishing Figures. I I think this is the control freak in me. I
Uh-huh.
have to have some level of control. Like right now, I'm doing this live with you, but more
Yeah.
often than not, I record it only because I need to be able to edit,
Yeah.
change, redo, cut it out. Maybe I said something and then I regret saying it. Like, hold on, I gave too much of a detail, or someone may figure it out, or oh, I probably shouldn't have told that part. And I need to be able to modify it to some degree. So I
Yeah.
usually don't go live. If I do, it's like, oh, okay, I went live, but more often than not, I try to just like do it like you are pre-record.
Yeah. Yep, I got a mixed feeling. Sometimes I like just going live. I hate when the cameras start messing up. Then that be making me mad. But I like
Yeah,
doing the live sometimes because I want people to see me, or me and her when we do ours. But then,
yeah.
like you said too, that pre-recording because you can sit back and analyze it. Well, I
Yeah.
just always believe that I'm going to give y'all the authentic me.
Yeah.
Whether if
Yeah.
I'm messing up on the word and whatever, like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he lied for real.
Yeah, because that last episode that you did with your wife, you got bad news on your phone. And
Yes,
I
yes,
hated it. Was like you say, it was authentic, but at the
yeah,
same time, it's like, oh man, that's a bad time to get that kind of
yeah.
news.
It was too. That still hurt.
It
You
threw
know,
you off. Like
it
I could
did.
tell
Yep,
it threw you off. It
it
it, it
did.
totally shifted your thoughts and the
Yeah,
vibe that you all and I like how your wife but now this is what I did love. Organically, she moved in to comfort you
yeah,
without still disturbing the flow of the show, but she still comforts you, but still maintain the flow because as you were reading, she kept talking so that you can gather yourself.
yeah. That is true. Cause
Mhm.
you're right, and I think it clipped up to that episode, that little moment too, and she
Mhm.
shared it. And then I end up sharing it too, but I was like, wow, cause yeah, that hit me out of nowhere. My phone going crazy. I'm like, I'm trying to record, but
Right.
then when I looked down and seen that, and
Yeah.
especially, I just was with the young man. He came to my basketball game Friday night, so I think his mom is having a candlelight vigil for him
Okay.
Sunday. So when I get out of work Sunday, I'm gonna go around there too and pay my respect. I
Yeah.
just hate seeing these young kids lose their life.
I
You
know.
know,
I know.
that's
And babies. And
yeah,
babies.
baby. So we got to stay prayed up on them for
For
real.
sure. For
Yep,
sure.
that's all
Definitely.
right, man. So when's your next? Well, I'll ask you that. When can my listeners follow you and hear you on podcast?
They can follow me on Instagram. It is Dick and Conversation underscore podcast. My Facebook page is Dick and Conversation, Facebook, Dick and Conversation podcast. My YouTube channel is Dick and Conversation. And my email is dickandconvo@gmail.com. Plus, I'm on Blue Sky. I ain't on Twitter. So on Blue Sky is dickandconvo.bsky.social. They can hear me on
Oh,
Amazon, iHeart, Pandora, Spotify, and YouTube. So that's
okay,
where my podcast is and my
that's right.
socials.
You everywhere. I like that. I got to
Oh,
get
and
on that Pandora though. That's
on
my next.
Pandora,
Yeah, that's gotta be my next one. I gotta get on Pandora. I ain't
if you
on
get
that.
on Spotify, it spreads to all of them.
Okay. Well, I'm on
You got
Spotify. I gotta
oh
follow up
yeah, you
there.
got get the RSS link. Go to
Okay.
Spotify with the Amazon with the RSS link, and it'll feed to Amazon and iHeart and Pandora.
Okay.
All of them.
All right, bet. I'm gonna have to do that.
I'm not
Yeah.
on I'm not on Apple. I'm not an
Yeah.
Apple person.
Oh, okay then. I was just say what?
No, I'm
Yeah.
not an Apple person. I'm
Oh,
Androidian.
okay then. Android. Okay. What's that? Y'all got the blue. Y'all got the blue button when they text, right?
Y'all ain't been talking about my bubbles.
Don't feel bad. I got a Android. Our business phone is an Android.
No, but
It's
that's
all good.
on the
Yeah.
choice. That's
But it's the business phone, but everything else is Apple around here. I'm sorry.
I'm not
Yeah,
Apple, but I'm Androidian.
I ain't mad at you. Some things
Yeah,
Androids do better anyway. I will be honest.
yeah.
Yeah,
They come with it a little earlier than Apple catching in, like, oh, ours is better. Like, yeah,
yeah.
okay.
I know. I'm just waiting for Apple to come with the fold phone. Then I think I'm over all phones because
Oh,
that fold phone was the best. I just broke two of them, so
is it
I
the
ran to
Samsung?
Apple. Yeah, yeah. So s- bad hands.
See,
Yeah. So what's been one of the toughest decisions you ever made in life?
the toughest decision I ever had to make was moving out of Saginaw.
Mm,
Uh, because I'm born, raised, grew up in Saginaw, and only for a little time after I first got married did I live in Midland.
okay.
But trying to decide, picking up my kids, moving away from everything I've known, my family, my friends, my church, my community, and
Mm,
moving to a city where I know absolutely, well, I ain't gonna say absolutely, nobody knew one person, but pulling my kids out of school because my kids were getting a pretty good, education. They were doing pretty good and involved in, sports and stuff. But to uproot them and move them to another place where it's a complete start over. And I
yeah.
wasn't sure if that was something I should do. It worked out for the absolute best. It was the truly the best decision, but
Mm,
I was should I do this? Is this something I need to do? Should I do that? But it turned out good.
Yeah, I've
I was
been
touched.
I've been thinking that too, but I don't know. My wife ain't leaving no grandbabies, so yeah. I
I
tell her
know.
all the time, we getting old. I want to go somewhere where it's warm, man.
I
You
thought that
know,
too. I
yeah.
said that, and then every time I think about moving south, one of them storms or
I
tornadoes
know
or
it.
something come
Yep,
through, and I like, you know what? We just get a little
yep,
snow. We can let it keep rolling.
yep. That's what I say too right now. I go visit the warm places, so
Mhm.
that'll be it. That's cool. So I got to ask you this.
Okay.
Me and my wife got a show coming up, and the title's gonna be "Can You Circle the Block Again in a Relationship?" And since I'm talking to you and you always giving good advice, I wanted to hear from you.
Like get back with one to rekindle, like rekindle the
Yeah,
old relationship.
yeah,
Now, here's the thing. This is one of those do as I say, not as I do thing. I
yeah.
never circle the block. When I push
Okay.
that plate away, I'm done. Reason being, um, I know I give my all to a relationship. So if
No.
you've pushed me to the point where I walk, I'm not coming back because I'm still the same woman you didn't want.
Mm,
Now, I advise others to give it another try, just not
okay.
for me. But I
Yeah.
get advise others to give it a because some and I've spoken to I don't know. I always like I said, I talk to a lot of men a lot. A
Uh,
lot of men who didn't understand the relationship or didn't understand a woman or didn't understand what it's like to be vulnerable or how to be vulnerable or what it
yeah.
looks like, things like that. And then after they've had time away, they understand what it is and what it is that their partner needed and how
Yeah.
to get it and what it should look like. So I usually tell them to try it again because now you know what you know how to do it differently. Give it
Yeah.
another try. I don't
Yeah.
because I just think like I'm the woman you didn't want.
Yeah. I feel you. I feel you. And the reason why I asked you that, we got a letter um in her Miss G goodie bag, and it talks about that. So I just when she read me the letter, cause when she get them, she'll read them to me. I'll be like, oh yeah, that's deep right there. And
Yeah,
let's talk about it. Plus, we got to follow up this week of this crazy dude named Joshua,
I
who's
saw that.
stalking his ex and all that stuff. So we
Here's the
got
thing. I was out as you guys are reading that letter. I had so many questions. One, did you cheat or did you have an affair? That's because
mm,
that's the thing. Did you when you mess with your coworker? Because God knows I've seen that movie a million times. Everybody
yeah,
dies at the end. Don't mess with your
yeah,
coworker
yeah,
because it goes bad. You're still in the same environment. Did you cheat? Like, did you just it was something physical and you did a little dip away and come back? Or was it an affair where you spent time with this woman, you was talking to this woman, you was giving of yourself, y'all was making plans, things like that.
yeah. And I think that's
And
what he was.
a little an affair.
Yeah, I think he was having a full blown relationship with
Yeah,
his
let
coworker.
yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta fall.
'cause that's why she cut him off cold like that. But
Yeah.
for him to be stalking, that ain't good,
No, you can't. But
And
let me tell you why he's doing it. I believe this is my reason why I believe he's doing it. He waiting on that get back, that lick back. Because
mm,
now he's fearful that what he imposed on her is coming back on him and he can't handle that. That's the
yeah,
thing that I have discovered in talking to men and having gone through this. As soon as a man cheats, he worries that his woman is going to do to him what he did to her, and men cannot handle that. They
mm,
cannot handle, yeah, I did that, and I need you to forgive me. I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. But if a woman does it,
mm,
that it's almost they feel as if it hurts a lot deeper. So he's worried that he's riding by not to see if she's there. He's riding by to see who else is.
yeah. Oh, I like
That
that.
lick back.
I like that. Okay.
He waiting or don't know. Okay. And like I said, men are creatures of habit. So if he had her in a pattern and he knows this is a time when she's normally home,
Yeah,
8:35 on a Tuesday, where you at? Your car
yeah.
gone. Oh,
Mm,
who car is that? I don't know that car. No, I know Keisha car. I know your mama car. I know your brother
uh-huh.
car. Whose car is that? I don't know that car. He's waiting on
Yeah,
the lick
yeah, 'cause he sure
justice.
do. Calling her friends, calling her family. I'm like, bro, you need to chill,
Oh
you know?
no. But here's
Yeah.
what he needs to understand. If given the second chance, what comes with it? It's not the I forgive you, we over it. It means you go trigger her and she gonna mention it every time. You go to the store and it usually take 10 minutes. After 11th minute, when she calling you saying, where are you? Because that's the boat you in now. My
Yes.
brother told me, my brother told me, say, once you cheat, and if you stay and she stays with you, be prepared to have those consequences for the remainder of your life together, because now you've done that damage. You can't just say, well, I apologize 10 times, I'm over it. No, you can't put a time limit on her hurt. So he got to know everything is questioned at this point. If he wants to go
Yes.
back, like he think he'll get her back, and we gonna go back, we gonna make up. Nah, bro, you finna be sentenced. You sentenced.
Yeah.
You can't just go with the boys like you used to. You can't work overtime like you used to. Like, oh,
That's
why you
right.
working overtime? Because she working overtime?
Mm.
No, it's mandatory overtime now. You never had mandatory overtime. Oh no, I'm gonna drop you off and pick you up for work. All those things that come afterwards,
Yeah.
you have to. Are you ready for that? Because you're not going back into the relationship. You're not getting the woman that you left. You are
That's
going
right.
to get a broken, more aggressive, more suspicious
Yeah.
woman. What you had, it's not that same woman that you left. So why
Ooh-wee.
you her to get back and talking to the family, say something to her, just tell her I'm sorry. You know, I've been good to all these years. I just messed up. Yes, you did. You
Yeah.
recovering, but this is going to be a different experience, and you may not even want to have that relationship again.
Yeah, that's true.
You
Now,
triggering her.
now everybody see why I got you on this podcast. And this is why y'all have to follow her podcast. The advice from a woman's perspective. And she hit home, sent some nerves up to me right quick, you know. And I'm like, man, you just don't know. And I know every woman that's listening probably sitting there clapping and cheering you on for that. But you
Yeah,
told the truth though. You
yeah.
told the truth.
Yeah, but that's
Wow.
why I didn't go back either, though. I mean, that's why also another reason why I don't go back, because
Yeah,
they won't get the same version of me. You will
that's
not
right.
get the same. I laugh and I always say, my ex-husband left because of, because he was for infidelity. But I say, you know what? If he wants me back, they say, oh, my mom always say, oh, he wants you back. This was years ago. He wants you back. I said, he don't want me back because he won't get the same version of me. I said, now the thing of it is, if he think he want me back, but you cheat, okay? This what we doing? I'm coming home tired, sleeping, smelling like another man's cologne. Is that
Uh-oh.
what you really want to come back in
Ooh,
your life? Because
yeah,
that's what you may get. Are you willing to take that version of me? Not that he
mm,
would, but if men
yeah,
have to think about that, when the lick hits back, are you willing to accept that she didn't come home last night?
mm, damn.
You get,
Oh, we.
yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, we lost the words on that one. That was deep. I like that. I likes
Yeah,
that. I know. I bet some of my brothers gonna text me like, "Hey, man, what is you doing? She on us. She on whoever that dude is that wrote that letter, because
no, but here's the thing too, though. I'm not gonna be too hard on him. Here's the thing that we also need to look at. What is it that this coworker gave to him that he felt he needed, that he was willing to
mm,
risk that relationship?
that's true.
I often say, if a person gets ready to cheat, or they're fearful of their partner cheating, saying, oh, well, you just want some woman that's going to do this, that, and the other. If you can list the thing that you're afraid of your partner getting from another person, you know that that's the thing you're not giving to them.
Mm,
You
damn.
know it. You just want a man that buy you flowers. Then you know that she wants flowers. If you're afraid of losing
Yeah,
her, you just want a girl that's freaky. Well, then you know that that's what you're not giving to him. You can
yeah,
identify it. So he needs
yeah.
Josh. Tell you if you get a chance. What is it about this coworker that met some type of little need that you felt your girl didn't give you? You know,
Yeah, because I think she reached out to him too, but I hope she. I'm gonna make sure this is a clip sent to him so we can get a response. Talk to us, Josh. I'm on his head anyway because he said "Go Buckeyes" to me from the
oh, he
start, and I
sure
ain't like
did.
that. I ain't like
Well,
that part. So,
I wasn't
I,
mad at him because you got that
well,
flag up there.
you already know. You see what's behind me. You see that big blue M, and I know you're a Michigan State person.
There go green, go white.
Gang green. Yep. Anyway, no, I was trying to sneak that one in. Well, look,
Drop.
man. But we had a great conversation. I love
I
this. I
appreciate
love
it.
when it's just open and being honest. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you. I got another question for you before I let you get out of here. How do you define happiness?
Happiness is when you're not seeking for something, you're not seeking something else. When you
Mm,
can be content where you are, who you are,
yes.
when you are in that moment, and you're not thinking of if I just had this, that's when you're happy.
Mm,
If I had this, then I would, or if I wanted this. Not to say that you
that's
can't
deep.
have goals or want to attain more, but if you feel like getting something else would make you happy, then you're not happy. So,
Ooh.
be content with what you have. If you're all right, like, is this is a good home? I'm all right. God bless me. I'm in good health. My
Yeah.
family's okay. My friends are good. I don't need to go and try to find anything else. That's when you're happy.
I know that's right. Wow,
Mhm.
man. At least I
No,
appreciate
thank
this.
you.
I appreciate this tonight. This is what more than a coach is about now. I'm trying to evolve and be,
Yeah,
more than just sports and coaching. That coaching world gonna be over with soon. So
yeah.
I'm trying to
But there's
do other
always
things.
sports.
So,
Did your
huh?
team win? I know he was going for the Cowboys, but between the Eagles and,
I
and the
wanted the
Chiefs.
Eagles to win. 'Cause I'm tired. I like Patrick Mahomes without, all his sidekicks. That Kelsey dude, him and
Yeah.
Miss Swift. You know,
hmm
I don't
I
want to
want
say
to.
no.
I wanted Barkley, Saquon.
Yeah,
The
I
way
wanted to see
Giants
him
did him,
win. Yeah, the Giants did it wrong,
they did him
and
dirty.
I like the Eagles quarterback.
Yeah,
A lot of people
hurt.
don't realize he
Yeah,
has an all-female team.
yeah,
A lot of people don't realize that.
yeah,
And even his fiance is like super smart in the
yeah.
world of technology.
hmm
It's a lot, and people counted that young man out.
I
You know,
know. Even
you
back
know,
in Alabama, come on
yeah.
now.
Alabama gave up on him. So he
Two.
went to Oklahoma. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
wanted Hurst to get it. Yeah, yeah. I wanted
yeah,
Hurst to get his. But
yeah.
I
So
was rooting for Saquon. Like
yeah,
they did him so dirty. Like
yep.
look at the difference that a season made.
That's right. One season, my stupid Cowboys should have got him anyway. So yeah, the Cowboys stupid. I ain't gonna hold it up. You know, we the dumb supposed to be America's team, but we the dumbest team in America. Yeah,
They gotta
because
get. Hey, they gotta sit Jerry down.
man, for real. I'm so
I
glad
know.
Dion didn't take that job.
Me too.
I'm so glad. Stay in Colorado and help them kids out. But
Yep. Yep.
it's all good though.
Jerry, you can't do front office and be the owner. You
Nah,
can't get you a
it's
GM.
time
Come
for
on.
him to go sit and enjoy his money. Go sit
Yes.
on that $1 billion yacht and go enjoy your money for
Right.
real. Because he
Right.
destroying the Cowboys.
He really is. And it's his.
Yeah,
It's yours. You
yeah.
destroying your own.
His own money. His own brand killing it. But we
Yep.
trying to build brands, he destroying the brand.
Destroying it. No other
So
owner moves that way.
nah,
Mm-mm.
so unfortunately, yeah, I'm a Cowboy fan and we trash.
What's
It's
next year?
not. And we gotta get rid of Dak. I'm sorry, I'm not a Dak fan, you know. But it is
Yeah.
what it is though.
He's
Yeah,
Dak is a good enough
that's it.
QB.
That's it. He a little bit better than Romo. That was it.
Ooh.
A little bit
Yeah.
better. He more athletic than Romo was. That's about it. They the
Yeah.
same quarterback. He just more athletic. Yep.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. You
but
still
we
gonna
need
ride
to.
with him? With
Yeah.
that? Okay.
I'm around with the Cowboys until till the big man say come on home. But I'm a Cowboy fan. It's sad.
I'm a Steelers girl. I get it. I'm a Steelers girl from the 70s.
See, there you go. So we
So
know that was rivals for me. But
mhm.
yeah, that's
Mhm.
cool though. Well, man, any last words you got to say to my listeners before we get out of here tonight?
No, just well, yes. I ain't gonna say no.
Okay.
Yes, just everybody stay true to yourself. Make sure you're good. Make sure you're good. Keep God first. Pray.
Yeah.
Pray. If you feel stressed, pray. When you
Yeah.
happy, pray. Like
Yeah.
pray, thank God. Do a thankful prayer where you're not asking for anything. Just say, God, I thank you, and
That's right.
then enjoy it. Enjoy
That's
life.
right.
Life is short.
That's
Focus on the
right.
good.
Because a
That's
couple weeks ago, I had to call on him. when they thought I was having a heart attack and a stroke.
Oh my
And
God.
oh yeah, God good though. They said I fought off a stroke and didn't have a heart attack, but had some complications. So I give all the glory to him that I'm sitting here today doing this.
He wanted to
You
slow
know,
you down, just give you a pause.
that's what he did. He made me sit down and relax. And then my
Yeah,
family was on me too. So, and
yeah.
that's what
Gave
I
you a
did.
time, not a period.
Yeah. So now everything, like you said, it's all peace, it's
Yeah,
calm, and it's all about God. For real.
that's right. That's
Yep.
right.
Well, my sister, this has been a great interview. I
Thank
enjoyed it, you
I
know,
did.
for real. And like I
I
said,
did.
anything that I could do for you and help you with your podcast,
Thank you.
promote. 'Cause I love the way you promote more than the coach,
Thank
So
you.
hey, even the line you said today, the meeting of two good minds, a great
Yeah,
minds. I was like, that's all
yeah,
right,
yeah.
So I
I gotta
appreciate
get
you.
into the Sunday, your soul. This not Sunday, the soul
Oh
music,
yeah,
your
you
soul.
got to get
Oh,
into the
that's not a
Sunday
good
stuff.
cleanup.
Oh yeah, you got to get it. That's good cleanup music. That's what I do it Saturday mornings.
Saturday
You know,
morning.
I think the one that I dropped the other day, I went 80s and 90s R&B. I just, then a couple of weeks ago I did an all R. Kelly one. I know people was on my head.
Yeah,
I love his music. I'm sorry,
he's the
I can't
evil
agree with
genius.
his lifestyle, but the
Yeah,
music, you know. But I try to mix
he,
it up though,
yeah, he
And
the
then
evil
and on Sundays you can catch a praise break from me too, because
genius. Okay.
yeah, I stay true to my gospel music though.
Mhm.
That's my thing. That's what moved me.
It
A lot of
does.
people, people be ready for them games and they be listening to all that rap. No, I got
Mm-hmm.
gospel playing.
Mm-hmm.
I got to get that calm over me.
They calm. I was about to say they
Yeah,
calm.
got
They
to get that
calm.
over me. So yeah, you can check it out. It's on all the social sites. I know you ain't no Apple, but it's on Spotify. So you
Okay.
definitely can check them out.
Get that
Yeah.
playlist together.
Oh yeah. For sure. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll accept all requests.
Oh,
Oh
say
yeah.
less.
Okay, I got you.
Say
Well,
less.
hey Lisa, I ain't gonna hold you up no more because I know Fridays got to be work nights. So I
I'm
just
off tomorrow.
oh, that's a
So,
blessing. Yeah.
so
Hopefully you ain't snowed in no more.
I
You know.
shovel. That's the thing.
Okay.
Single women gotta understand. Yeah, single women they say, "Oh, we all independent," but sometimes you gotta shovel your own driveway and salt your driveway,
That's right.
your
That's
antifreeze
right.
good and all that stuff. So that comes with
Hey,
being single.
I ain't mad at you.
Mhm.
Like, hey, like when I made that mistake and put the last name on there. Don't worry, God got it coming. Yeah, be patient. Be patient. It
And if
is.
and if he don't, I'm okay.
There you go.
And
There
if
you
he
go.
don't, I'm okay.
For
I'm
real,
all
I
right.
appreciate that. So with
Yeah.
that, we gonna
Thank
leave on that note. And like I
thank
said, everybody, tonight I had the pleasure of having Miss Elissa McDole from the Dick and Conversation podcast. Y'all got to go check her out. Go listen, go support. And she already gave all the platforms she on, and y'all can go follow her. Thank you again for coming
thank
on the
you.
show, and you have a good night.
Thank you, you too.
All right. Yeah. All right. So y'all see it was a good one. Like I said, y'all can go check her podcast out on these platforms. Y'all make sure y'all tune in, y'all. You'll love the show. If you like her on here, wait till you see her alone and she doing her thing. So y'all, this your boy Coach Marshall from the More Than the Coach podcast. Hey, until next week, or Sunday night actually, when me and my wife is on the Mr. and Mrs. Marshall podcast. I'll see y'all then. Peace.
Step into the zone where we elevate minds. More than just a coach, we're breaking the bonds. Lessons to inspire and lift you off the ground. In the sound we redefine the way we're found. Tune in, turn it up, let the vibe explode. Knowledge drops heavy on this winding road. More than a coach, we're a force on the rise. Busting through limits, reach for the skies. Each episode a journey, take a leap with me. Building greatness together, we're born to be free. We're chasing the dream, seasoned with passion, we're more than a team.